What is up, guys? It's Sean back today with the Sean Adeli Football Channel. Want to give you guys a quick review of the European World Cup qualifier games and how they all went for some of the major teams around Europe. I'm just going to pretty much talk about the top few teams of each group, and we're going to kind of do it like that. Pretty fun games actually this week. We're going to actually start with Group A and the Portuguese. Congratulations to Cristiano Ronaldo, Manchester United's Cristiano Ronaldo, on achieving the number one national goal scorer of all time record with his 2 goals against Ireland. Very fantastic result for them. He obviously didn't play anymore after that game. And over the last 3 games, one of them was a friendly against Qatar, but 3 wins for Portugal. Very comfortable wins as well. Against Ireland, obviously, it did take to the 90th minute for Ronaldo to get a brace and win the game for them. But against Qatar, it was a very, very easy game. Andre Silva performed very, very well. And Bruno Fernandes, I believe, was the man of the match for both games. Absolutely dominated everything, was creating so many chances. The amount of empty nets that Andre Silva missed against Azerbaijan yesterday, absolutely ridiculous, but very, very good for the Portuguese. They are the top of their group with 5 games at 13 points. It's pretty much, at this point, just customary. However, Serbia does have 11 points. The next team is Luxembourg with 6. At this point, Portugal and Serbia are pretty much guaranteed to move forward. Moving on, how did the Serbs? The Serbs won most of their games as well this weekend, correct? Serbia have a game tomorrow, actually. That's why I wasn't aware of that. They did beat Luxembourg last month, and they tied against Ireland last week, or yesterday. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. They did fine. They're doing okay. It's fine. Moving on to Spain. Spain did win today against Kosovo, actually. 2 goals, Pablo Fornals and Ferran Torres. Good result for the Spanish team. A little bit lackluster. That game against Sweden was very disappointing. I am happy that Carlos Soler is playing for the national team. He is doing some big things, and he did very good against Georgia. But against Sweden, which is a higher caliber team that you want, when it comes to these type of national games, I always find that the teams that have the easiest groups don't typically do well. This is just common sense when it comes to soccer. You want to be challenging yourself. You want to be against teams that are on your same level. Sweden is not on Spain's level, but it's the closest one compared to Kosovo and Georgia. No disrespect to those countries. However, very disappointed in Spain. On the flip side, very impressed by Sweden. Very solid defensive solidity. Alexander Isak is showing why he was touted as the next Zlatan all those years ago, and he's absolutely bossing it. Very, very impressed with the Swedes. I hope they continue doing well. They are the top performer of their group currently. Only 4 games played, 3 wins, 1 draw, compared to the Spanish, who have 6 games. Only 4 points ahead of the Swedes. I'm very confident that the Swedes will be potentially toppers of this group. I'm actually going to go out and say that I do believe the Swedes will top this group. Greece is slowly catching up, but not a lot from the Greeks, honestly. Moving on to Group C. Italy finally won today after 2 very, very disappointing results against Bulgaria and Switzerland. Both 1-1s. 1-1 against Bulgaria, 0-0 against Switzerland. Very disappointing from the Italians, honestly. All around, ever since the Euros even, including the game against England and Spain, that is 4 ties in a row for the Italian national team. Very disappointing. Obviously, I'm not going to give them too much of a notice, but the Italian team are going to be absolutely fine moving forward. More and more players are getting into that team. The team looks absolutely fantastic. Zaniolo wasn't even in the team this round, but I think they're going to be good. Today, they showed, to be fair, it was against Lithuania, and that's kind of the problem with these type of games. Moise Kean, absolutely fantastic this game. 2 great goals. A player that I wasn't very familiar with, Giacomo Rapsodori from Sassuolo, I believe. Young Italian player. absolutely fantastic at leading the line. Very good technical player. I'm actually a big fan of Moise Kean as well. Bernadeschi showed a lot of experience this game, and all around the Italians, pretty much the first half, the game was over. 4 goals in a few minutes. Can't really complain about that. I think the Italians, even though there were some things about how it could be a little sketchy for them, they're going to be fine. No worries at all. They are sitting at the top of the group with 14 points, 6 ahead of Switzerland. Switzerland do have 2 games in hand. I don't expect the Northern Irish to do much. They do have 5 points, 3 behind Switzerland. It's pretty much done and dusted for this group as well. Moving on to the World Champions in the Group D. 2 very disappointing games again for the French, against Bosnia and against Ukraine. Just so boring, so disappointing. As much as you have to give credit for Deschamps for winning the World Cup, I'm pretty sure anybody could manage this French team and get them to a pretty high standing in the world. Because it's ridiculous how talented this French squad is. It just needs a cool hand to manage it. If only Zidane could come in. Maybe. No, not yet. But very disappointing from the French, honestly. Even their win yesterday against Finland, which was better, I will give them that. Antoine Griezmann looked like absolute dynamite all game. What 2 goals he scored. Very, very excited for him. Got a new little trim as well, back to his Atletico days. Very excited for this weekend's games for him to play for Atletico. Oh, cannot wait. It's going to be great. It's going to be so good. But just disappointed in the French, honestly. I wish I had seen more from them. The other teams in this group are not much to talk about. Ukraine are second in the group with 5 draws. 5 points, 5 draws. What else do you need in life? That's how you win the game. That's how you get results. France are going to obviously advance. Not much to say. Finland, I'm the most optimistic about in this group alongside them. Yeah, I believe in the Finn. Now we're on to the more consistent teams of Europe. We have the Belgians in Group E, I believe. The Belgians, very, very commanding victories all around. 5-2 against Estonia. Lukaku got a brace. 3-0 against the Czech. Again, Lukaku scored. And then Hazard even played very well that game as well. Belarus, Dennis Pratt got a goal today. Not a lot. Dominated possession. The main thing for Belgium moving forward is going to be that defense. Bobby Martinez is not a good defensive coach. He never has been. He never will be, most likely. Is the golden age over? Can this Belgium team go at it one more time? Lukaku obviously is in his prime at the moment. There's no question about that. So Lukaku is going to be fine for next season. I'm very much confident that KDB is going to be fine. Hazard, what situation is he going to be in next season? I don't really know. Not expecting a lot. However, that midfield of Yuri Tielemans coming into it, very excited about that. They have definitely a few players coming in that are exciting additions to this team. Obviously, Mertens is towards the end of his career. However, players like Witsel, players like... I'm forgetting his name for some reason. Lakonga played well. I'm expecting some things from this Belgium team. I hope they can do something in the World Cup next year. They're not gonna, though. They're not gonna. Why am I saying stuff like that? They're not gonna do jack next year. Oh well. Second team. Now this is actually the more exciting part. When it comes to these type of national tournaments, usually the second spot is more of the exciting one. So in this group, the Czech and the Welsh are teed up 7 points each. The Welsh have a game in hand. And the Welsh are just a different proposition altogether. And they do play the Czechs tomorrow. Weird. Very, very excited about them. I think the Welsh just have that dynamite. Bale just kind of goes supernova when he plays for Wales, and it's hilarious to see. I think Wales is going to advance from this group over the Czech, honestly. Belgium and Wales, most likely, moving forward. Moving on to Group F, all the games in this group have been played, and hats off to the Danish. Continuing on that fantastic form from the Euros, 3 wins in 3 games, absolutely phenomenal performance from the Danes. Just a great team to watch. A lot of quality in that team, to be completely honest with you. Not superstar power, but very quality, useful players. Kier in the defense, fantastic. Damsgaard, I'm a fan. Delaney, solid workhorse. Højbjerg, solid workhorse. Yusuf Bolson, again, very, very top striker. Schmeichel in the back, buttloads of experience. That's a good word. And this team just has something special about it. I've been impressed. I've been very impressed with the Danes. I hope they do well. I think they are going to do well moving forward. Today, 5-0, it's Israel, so not much. Can't really say much about Israel. But, you know, a win's a win. You can only beat what's in front of you, and 5-0 is a very, very respectable result for them. The second team in this group now, between Scotland and Israel, is going to be close, honestly. It's going to be close between Scotland and Israel. Austria, would they be able to do it, honestly? They do have a few good players in that team, but not enough, honestly, to make a difference, in my opinion. We'll see. We'll see. Between Israel and Austria, I'm kind of tempted. Between Israel and Scotland, the Scottish, I think, are going to do fine. The Scottish, I believe in the Scots. They won 2 of their games pretty comfortably. I think their team's very solid. More to come from the Scotland team in the future. Definitely more to come. They need better strikers. Now for the good group. This team makes me happy. The Deutsch, the Netherlands. So happy with the Netherlands. I love LVG. I love Louis van Gaal. I think he's a fantastic coach. He does such a great job. He has a fantastic little piece of interview where he's arguing with a journalist, and he literally just tells the journalist, I'm sorry, but you don't understand football. 3-5-2 is an attacking formation, and you can play attacking football in 3-5-2. And he does a fantastic segment where he talks about how well Chelsea did and how well Thomas Tuchel has done at Chelsea. Absolutely true. Love him. Love LVJ, and he's absolutely turned around this Netherlands team a little bit. Made them into a bit of a prospect again. Norway, that's a difficult game right now. The Norwegians are doing some things. This little stupid idiot kid called Erling Haaland is kind of freaking dynamite. But against Montenegro, Memphis Depay absolutely ran the show. Against Turkey, guess who? Memphis Depay ran the bloody show. Such an amazing player. I'm so happy that Memphis is finally getting the credit he deserves. He's been an amazing player for years to come. I cannot believe that the rest of Europe just let Barcelona snatch him up for free. Arsenal, where are you at? Can't get through an episode without making fun of Arsenal here. On the flip side, I need to mention something about Soyuncu. What is going on, son? What happened to you? You were one of the greatest center backs in the league a few years ago. Getting red cards left and right, giving away penalties. Ugh, very bad. Shout out to Davy Klaassen. I actually thought he was very, very good. That Netherlands midfield of Wijnaldum, De Jong, Klaassen, that's a lot of class and a lot of spice involved. And obviously moving forward, the Deutsch are fantastic. Dumfries on the wing, beautiful player. Van Dijk in the back is just phenomenal, obviously. The Dutch have something. The Dutch have something brewing in their team. I'm very excited about the Dutch. I think they're going to do something next year. Another year for development for those players. Van Dijk isn't going to age out yet. I'm excited. For the second team in this group, I'm very, very hopeful for them, and I believe it will be the Norways. The Norwegians. The Norways, yes, all of the Norways. But the Norwegians have shown pretty good form over the last few games, demolishing teams with the firepower that Erling Haaland kind of gives you. And obviously, there's other stars in that team as well. Odegaard plays in there as well. There's a few other great players that are up and coming. That was fantastic. And I believe they will edge out the Turkish. I have not been impressed with the Turkish at all. At all. Moving on to possibly the spiciest group, which is Group H. Croatia and Russia both sitting on 13 points with Slovakia on 9 right behind them. It's a very, very exciting group. Very, very exciting group. The Croatians are just a hit or miss bunch. They did have some good games, 2 wins and a draw. Not bad, obviously. The Russians also 2 wins and a draw. Very good for both of them. We're going to see if the Slovakians can stage something. They had a draw, a win, and a loss. Not the best, but we'll see. I'm going to call Croatia and Russia to move on. Don't know if the Slovakians have enough, but they might. We'll see. We will see. 2 groups to go. England, 5 wins, 1 draw. They drew against Poland today. I don't like Gareth Southgate. They beat Hungary 4-0. Congratulations. It's Hungary. And they did it in the second half with 4 goals. 2 of them were huge goalkeeping errors. I get you have to beat the team in front of you and yada, 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 but whatever. 3 wins, 2 wins, 1 draw. It's not a bad result, obviously. I just don't like the style of play that Gareth Southgate has. I think he could be a lot more offensive given how much star power they have in that bloody team. It's stupid how much you have. Jude Bellingham can't get a game and you play freaking Calvin Phillips. No. The English are going to be absolutely fine. 5 wins and a draw, 16 points, sitting very comfortably. The main interest of this game is who's going to come in second. Very tight race between Albania, Poland, and Hungary, who have 12, 11, 10, and 10 points respectively. Very exciting, honestly, how this group is going to go. I have a sneaky call for Hungary. I like the Hungarians. Not going to lie. Dominic Szoboszlai plays for Hungary. That's kind of what I'm basing this call on. I really like Szoboszlai. I think they're going to do it. And then moving on to the Germans, one of the best scoring teams. The best scoring team is the Dutch, obviously. Yeah, the Dutch with 22. And Germany's on 17. I think they're the 3rd or the 4th best scoring team. The Danes are actually tied for first for highest scoring. Of course they are. Who wouldn't be? Who wouldn't be? They play so attractive football. It's such attractive football too. Better. Much better from the Germans this run. Against Liechtenstein, it was a little choppy. It was a little meh. Timo Werner even scored. Such a bad thing. I love Timo Werner. He's such a great player, honestly. They smashed Armenia, obviously. Gnabry getting a brace. And against Iceland today, 4 goals. Can't complain really too much about Germany. The Germans are going to be absolutely fine. I'm very confident. Should I make an early prediction for World Cup 2022? Are we going to go there? Are we doing it? We're doing it. If it's from Europe, it's coming home, man. It's coming home. It's got to be the English. It's coming home. There's not even a question in my mind. It's always coming home. Play the song. Don't play the song. You're listening to it for an hour. But again, for this group, who comes second? That's the exciting part. Armenia, 11 points. Romania, 10. North Macedonia, 9. It's literally a toss-up between the 3. I'm going to call Romania, honestly. I'd love to see them in the World Cup again. Showed some pretty good form. 2 wins and a draw. I'm expecting some magic from the Armenians. Let's see how they do from the Romanians. Romantic. But that is my World Cup European qualifiers summary. Obviously, the European ones are the most convoluted and complicated ones. I will be doing the South American qualifiers. Shout out to Iran and Persian as well for the Asian qualifiers. 2 wins. Psh, easy. We're coming. It's coming home. It's coming to Iran now. But more than anything else, thank you guys so much for watching. My name is Sean. This is Sean Daily Football Channel. Talk to you guys soon.